From what everyone tells me, this is where everything starts falling apart, and I was already shitting on stuff earlier. So, um, and I'm looking at this picture now. That's the new companion,
Yeah, that's Bill.
and she decided to go out looking like that on purpose.
Somebody dressed her like that. I'm not sure who, but somebody dressed her like that.
She looks like she went over and attacked a freaking. She attacked the Big Top Circus and made her top out of that. And you know what? What goes great with circus big top, tank top, bowling jersey, bowling jumper. I guess what it would be called.
A bowling jumper? You talking about the jacket?
The jacket. She looks like
Or what
she's got
she's
a
wearing?
bowling jacket on,
Oh, I get. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. I can see what you're saying.
and
Go ahead.
it's just and she has the thing in her hair. It's just this entire outfit is yikes. This yikes. No,
Yeah.
no. Look at my face. That's what my face is saying right now. Oh no. Oh no.
That
So,
is funny as all. That
and we're
is
back to the gay, terrible, sparkly shirt.
I thought that one was your favorite. I thought that one
Mm-mm.
was your favorite. No.
No, I hated his sparkly shirt. It's just no. Look, this guy, the guy on the right, he's trying to save the doctor from this.
He's trying to save. That's true. He is trying to save the doctor. He's just trying to run him away. He's like, "No, sir, let her go.
Let her
Just let
go.
her go.
She's
Just let
gonna
her
be
go."
a fucking. She's gonna be a millstone around this season's neck.
She's gonna be nothing but a problem going forward. Just don't. Just stop now.
Her
Well,
name
and
is Bill. That should warn
nobody,
you.
no, and yeah, and nobody's here yet anyway, except for like this eccentric anyway. So I can say this, but if you noticed, I added a question mark to the title now.
When who was good?
Oh
Oh no!
boy.
Oh,
Oh, that's horrible. That's horrible.
I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Where it's just like, ah, crap. We need like
Oh
a
yeah.
cursed version of Grant Gregory's song.
Oh yeah. I know. Yeah, for like the last season.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I put that out there on Twitter too. I was like, everybody come in. It's the start of the very last season of Doctor Who.
Jesus Christ. Well,
This is it.
I
This is the end.
this is. Ugh. And I don't even know about the horror that is Bill. I didn't even see this part. I even the people who were watching it with me, they weren't watching it at this point. Or who I lived with and were watching this, they weren't even watching.
I went all the way up until until the end of Jodie Whittaker's first season. I went all the way to the end of Jodie Whittaker's first season.
Why
I
would you
did
do that?
because I wanted to give her a shot. I wanted to give it a shot. I wanted to give it a
No.
shot. You got to
That
remember, like I said, this was a family tradition every Sunday in my house. Like this is something that we did forever. So I was
yeah.
trying to keep that. I was hoping to keep that alive, and hopefully it would have just been bad and not incredibly boring as all get out.
What, you didn't like the Cyberman with the lipstick?
Oh, I don't even remember that. I don't think I ever got that far.
Oh yeah,
I don't know how many. Maybe I didn't finish Jodie's first season. I don't know. Or maybe I got halfway through or
there's a
something.
Cyberman. I remember it looking so retarded. A Cyberman who went over and apparently the storyline was the Cybermen were starting to who were post conversion trying to unconvert their conversion.
Uh huh.
So they were going over and trying to regain individuality and stuff like that, which is kind of Cyberman, kind of not. The Cybermen were just highly adaptive to the point where it didn't really matter who you were before you. Anyway, that. Um, yeah, it was very dumb in the end where they had apparently people kind of liked what they were doing with it, but then it just got super dumb, and then you had, you know, a Cyberman with lipstick, as that Cyberman used to be a lady before they went over and turned her into a heartless killing machine.
Yay! Doesn't everybody love a good heartless killing machine? I mean, what could be
I
more?
mean,
I don't. I
that's
have
why
no.
everyone likes the Daleks.
Well, that's true. Heartless killing machines. I don't know. I didn't get that far, so I don't. I don't even remember seeing pictures of that run around the internet. So I have no idea about
Oh,
any of
baby,
that.
I'm gonna get over and show you that then. Alrighty, Cyberman
I mean,
lipstick.
we don't have to.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna
I don't
find
have
it
any.
for you.
I don't really have any alcohol, so I don't know if I really need to see any more than that. I didn't get to do five. I didn't do $5 Fridays because one of my vet buddies needed to borrow a lawnmower, and I hadn't seen him in a while either, and he's got so much crazy garbage going on with his family that I was like, we should probably just talk. And so we
Oh,
literally sat out on my back porch on Friday and talked for like 10 hours straight.
oh.
Yeah.
Well,
So
at,
he
at
definitely
least
needed that.
at least you were there for him. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's always been him and I have always been real good friends and stuff like that. And so like yeah, it'd been a while since I saw him and everything else. So yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, I
Uh,
wasn't able to really I've got some wine in the freezer right now, hoping that it freezes enough to turn it more into liquor. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Because that
through the
wine is just
grace
so
of
damn
God.
well, it's really sweet, so it's hard for me to drink it in its current form. It's one of the
Ah,
batches that I made, and it's just too sweet. And yeah, so I'm trying to freeze it and see if I can get it down to alcohol more, make it a higher alcohol content. So,
well, with enough ice and inebriation, all drinks taste good after a while.
well, the problem is my stomach doesn't like things that are super sweet, and if it gets too
Oh,
sweet, then me and my tummy don't get along very well.
oh, then
So,
go over and have some like milk.
yeah, no, mixing milk with alcohol, that's a great idea.
No, that's what I do, and
Yeah, well, it does sober me up, but it does
I,
like cause me to not want to drink anymore.
I barely ever get. I think I only had like maybe one hangover in my life. So
Yeah. Well, if you get
eh,
smarter about what you drink, it makes it easier as you get older. So
no,
I
it's
do.
just
That's why I
my
like vodka and
extreme.
Pedialyte.
It's my extreme metabolism that causes that to survive.
Some people's
And
bodies are just built to handle alcohol differently.
European motherfucker.
European mutt. What?
European mutt. So a whole bunch
Oh,
of
European mutt. I was like, what the fuck did you
no, that's my genes. I'm like fucking half of Europe or something like that,
say?
and then like
I was just trying to tell you.
0.2% Nigerian. So I don't believe that one.
No, I think they throw that into everybody's now just because of like some theory that now has been kind of like disproven that not all of us actually did come directly from there. And we might have even come from somewhere different or even older. So,
Hmm. Well, I was just thinking like I don't think that's actual Nigerian. I think there was most likely a whole bunch of Europeans fucked there, and
yeah.
there's maybe like one little bit of the gene that's still there.
Well, no, it's because it's that evolution thing where they were like, oh, we traced back the cradle of civilization back to this African place because everybody descended from black people, just like the doctor was a little
Well,
black girl, and
it's not
so that's what they
it's not
do.
so much that they actually did do a following of the genealogy and stuff like that, and they all tied it back to Lucy, um, the oldest cadaver
Oh,
in
holy.
of all time. So that's
Well, yeah, but that
they
that doesn't
they
the
trace
oldest
it back
cadaver
from
of all.
Lucy.
Yeah, but the oldest cadaver of all time literally means nothing. We just happen that's the oldest body we found. Like that
But
doesn't mean anything. Like there's a million creatures there's probably a million different species on this planet that have existed that we'll never even know existed because they didn't
mhm,
fossilize. None of them ever fossilized.
yeah, but that's kind of what I subscribe to Africa as the cradle of life theory because that kind of makes the most sense to my brain.
Well, but that's the problem is that was a theory based on a bunch of evidence that now is changing. So I haven't looked into it in a while, mostly because I don't give a shit. Um, but I just like all the ancient civilization and all the alien. I just like all the ancient civilization stuff. That's all I
Oh
like.
yeah.
So because we've definitely been here longer than all of that kind of stuff. So all right, fuck it. Let's get to Doctor Who. Let's get the intro
I
going.
do have some Neanderthal in me.
That doesn't surprise me at all. Never mind. Just never mind.
I'm quite bullheaded.
That is true. That
And
is
whenever
very
I see a hot guy, I do want to club him over the head and take him home. So.
true. So glad Ironcaster wasn't within reaching distance.
Don't tempt me.
You wouldn't complain.
The Doctor
No, you
and
wouldn't
his
have me.
toys forever to glide from the streets of London to the far edges of space. With Rose, Martha and Donna, through time they chase Daleks and their fury, Cybermen, steel and cold. The mysteries of Bad Wolf, stories untold. To the planet of New Earth and the fires of Pompeii. Through the shadows of the vast and thereafter they find their way. Back when who was good, those were the days. Adventures through time, a wondrous haze. The Doctor and his companions, a tale so grand. In the show where the universe was at their command. Jesse, the common nerd with a vision so bright, guiding through the episodes into the night. The Maiden sunk her with insights to unveil, and Mr. Grant Gregory with lore to irrigate. Back when who was good, those were the days. Adventures through time, a wondrous haze. The Doctor and his companions, a tale so grand. In the show, a universe was at their command. From the battle of Canary Wharf to the end of time, were heroes and legends in their prime. The Sakurax invasion and the last Dalek stand. With the Doctor at Kobe and undone. Back when who was good, those were the days. Adventures through time, a wondrous haze. The Doctor and his companions, a tale so grand. In the show, a universe was at their command. From the battle of Canary Wharf to the end of time, where heroes and legends in their prime.
So, all of time and space, everything that ever happened or ever will, where do you want to start?
How's everybody doing tonight, boys and girls? This is Jesse with the Common Nerd, bringing you pop culture and all things nerd. What? What's wrong?
Are you sure you haven't had a drink?
No, I haven't. No, that was just a hiccup because I get the hiccups from freaking water. It's like ridiculous. Like everything I drink. I like everything just like water and stuff like that. I don't know. I got a straw that was supposed to help. It doesn't make a damn bit of difference. But yes, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, this is Jesse with the Common Nerd. Welcome to another wonderful edition of When Who Was Good. Boys and girls, we've got the very last season of Doctor Who ever to exist in the history of humanity, and all things good, sensible, and reasonable starts this evening. So I certainly appreciate all of you guys going on. We've got season 10, episode 1, the pilot. This evening, ladies and gentlemen, is the name of the episode. So we're going to jump into that. We've got the introduction of course, our new companion, Bill, that Sunker is going to absolutely love and adore and is going to think is the bestest companion that the Doctor has ever had, hands down, bar none. It's just going to be exactly the way things are going. I already know it because Sunker is just the most kind and giving and generous and most laid back and not critical at all of anything she watches, not ever in any way, shape, or form. Isn't that right, Sunker Maiden? How are you?
I don't resemble that at all. No, it's not that I'm critical. I'm looking at your work for what you're calling it as work. So that's why I have different standards for different media. And I have a feeling I'm not going to like this one because my goodness, I saw that damn outfit. I'm like, well, that's an interesting introduction. I hope you can justify it.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely an outfit choice, that's for sure. It definitely is. And it's not like it's not like Doctor Who doesn't have outrageous like outfit choices throughout
Mhm.
all of time and space and its history. You know what I mean? I mean, we had a 35-foot length scarf. You know what I mean? We've had a celery as a pocket protector, pocket garnish, I guess. I don't know. So we've had giant question mark ties. I mean, it's one of those things like a rainbow jumper underneath her clothes is probably the least outrageous thing we've ran across. But it is very sparkly. It is very sparkly.
We'll see. We'll see, sir. I'm so gonna be right. Everyone fucking hates Bill. You notice that back when Who was good intro, we actually do see all the companions. Bill, you will notice, is actually not present, so that's that's actually the common nerd tipping me off. Like, oh wait, no one's gonna like this fucking shit.
For me, she's so forgettable that I didn't even think about her when I was putting that intro together. That's how like
Hmm.
yeah, that's how unforgettable she is. And yeah, I guess you're right. I guess there isn't a companion from New Who, um, New Who that I didn't put on there outside of Bill. So yeah, that's kind of funny actually that I think about that.
Well, it's
It wasn't intentional. I just literally didn't remember. She
it,
was so forgettable. I didn't remember her until we were getting closer and closer to this era.
it's because generally a lot of the companions are a good foil to the Doctor. The only one that is the exception is Clara, but they Clara could have been, but they just didn't utilize her properly. And Moffat being Moffat, he got very confused and his eyes got crossed, and then he just kind of like, by the way, they're friends. Bleh. and now she's stuck in like time lock for all eternity, running around with me, who's also psychotic. So,
Right.
um,
So you got two crazy bitches in a TARDIS traveling through all of time and space, and neither one of them can die.
yeah. If they were evil villains, this is a perfect evil villains story.
Oh yeah, it would have been a great start of an even villain arc. Like it would have been the ultimate team up. So yeah, like all they needed was Missy on the TARDIS on their little on their little.
That would have been
Oh,
fun.
that would have been fun. That would have been fun
And
because Missy would have constantly been trying to kill both of them, even though
oh
one
yeah,
of them can't die and the other one's time locked, so they can't actually die either. And Missy would die. Like I could just see Missy in like
she'd
every
be
episode
doing the
running
thing
around.
like boop.
Yeah, and just trying to see like what works. Come on, there's got to be a way to kill him, right? And just fucking like she drops me in a vat of
Oh,
acid. You know what I mean? In one episode, fucking me pulls her a fucking Jack Harkness and just crawls out of the vat of acid, going, "How many more times are we gonna keep trying this?" Like,
like,
you know,
she actually
it was
lets
and
the slow
Missy's like,
moving
"It was an
thing crush
accident,
him.
I swear." Yeah, and Missy's like, "It was an accident, I swear. I had no idea that acid was there."
I thought you
Um,
could go over and burn off a few pounds.
right? Yeah, something like that. But yeah, that would have been fun. I mean, honestly, it was one of those things. Like, I'd imagine the show at this point, because I wasn't really paying attention to the ratings back then, because I was still watching it.
Mm-hmm.
But I imagine at this point, the ratings, because I guarantee you, somebody probably had an idea and probably pitched it for those two to do a spinoff. But
Oh,
they haven't been able to really get a Doctor Who spinoff in the modern era to work. I mean, we had 5 seasons of Torchwood, but I mean, that got less and less as it went. Obviously, Sarah Jane's a slightly different situation.
yeah,
But
she probably still would be going. Um, unless like they fucked her up, but they wouldn't fuck with Sarah Jane too much. I don't think they wanted the head of Doctor Who, and they got it.
oh, I'm sure they would have screwed with Sarah Jane just like they screwed with everything else. I have no doubt about that
Hopeful
whatsoever.
thinking. But yeah, you're right. They probably would.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I wanted a spin-off with the Potato Man and the lesbians.
Yeah, the lesbian detectives.
Yeah.
Sorry, apologies, boys and girls. I'm coughing my head off because Dinosaur's sick right now. She's gonna be home essentially for the scheduling update too as well. There's a good possibility I might not be able to have a show this week. Dinosaur is got hand, foot, and mouth that she got from another kid at school. So she is literally covered in a rash from freaking head to toe. She's running a very low grade fever. She doesn't feel good. You know, she's lethargic. She's just been laying on the bed mostly, you know, doesn't feel good at all. And she can't go to school like this, obviously. And normally hand, foot, and mouth takes about a week to fully clear up. And so, yeah, I don't know. We'll figure something out. I don't know. Maybe her and I'll just play Dune all week. I don't know. It's going to really hurt my channel growth, but baby's sick. Not a lot I can do about that. And the other worst part is her siblings are the three older ones are all with grandma for a week. So like, I have nobody here with me. Like they're all at grandma's for the week. So it's just going to be me and her at the house. So yeah. So send all your generous love and everything else and help me keep my sanity over the next week while my channel dies. And I have to look after Dinosaur because she's got hand, foot, and mouth disease. So yeah, but now all of a sudden I've got congestion building up in my chest. I've been coughing my head off all afternoon. And so, yeah, needless to say, it's kind of wild. It's kind of wild around here already. But yeah, so it'll be an interesting week. We'll see how all that goes. But I just want to let you guys all know that as a heads up, as an FYI, especially since a lot more of you are here right now.
Dark Day, stop coughing.
Yeah, like I said, I wasn't kidding. So yeah, but yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Hopefully, I got a little bit of wine in the fridge. Hopefully I can choke that down with it being as sweet as it is since I'm all out of vodka. Shout out to Rudy on Friday. And then, and that was me and him hanging out. And then, we've got some in the freezer, so we'll see how all that goes. But boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get into it tonight. We're going to say hi to all of you fabulous folks out there in the chat, of course. But as a friendly reminder before we do that, if there's anybody over there hanging out on YouTube or catching this on the replay, which on occasion does get quite a few little viewers out there, for whatever wild reason, I'm not going to complain. But yeah, if you're watching over there on YouTube or catching this on the replay, please join us on one of the alternatives to YouTube. Rumble is obviously one of the biggest ones out there as far as competitors right now. They were our home base when our last YouTube channel got nuked. So we are in the process of a rebuilding phase. So if you haven't already, make sure you smash that like and subscribe and follow and all that other kind of fun stuff. But please join us over on Rumble at The Common Nerd. The Common Nerd, no S, The Common Nerd. And so watch the whole show with us, but we will give you a little bit of a teaser over there on YouTube side. And I will be dropping a link for all of you guys over there so you guys can jump on over. And even if you don't want to create an account or anything like that, you can always just click the link and it'll open up in your browser and you can watch it there without having to create an account or anything like that. Completely, totally free and in HD. So go and check that out if you haven't already. All right, John Washburn over on the YouTube side says, woohoo, John. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. And this eccentric was first in over on the Rumble side with his bees in the chat. Says the only episode of this season I watched was Capaldi's last episode. Oh, there you go. Well, he's kind of got two last episodes in this season. And I'll tell you what now, it's one of them situations where like for all of the cringe eye roll moments we're going to get in this season, I am just of the firm belief that those last couple of episodes make it all worth it because Capaldi has probably one of his most epic speeches of all time. Everybody and their mother comes back as far as the people that we've seen during a lot of Capaldi's run. And then of course him with the guy that played Fitch in the Harry Potter movies plays the perfect Hartnell for that episode that they do where it's Capaldi and the First Doctor. And holy cow, that episode is so much fun. So yeah, so stick around. There's some fun parts. There's also some eye roll moments. Trust me. There's a reason why this is my headcanon of ending it. It's probably a little worse than I remember, but not anywhere near as bad as what we've been subjected to over the last few years. So
Look, he's not going to beat you. He's just going to be slightly emotionally abusive.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be all
Fucking
right.
hell.
But occasionally you'll have really good days, and it makes all the bad days worth it, right?
He loves me. He loves me.
Right.
And it was my fault.
I should have had dinner done on time. It's my fault.
I went over and I pushed him. It was me.
Oh my god, that is so horrible. We are the worst. We're also on Pilled, Kick, and if you really want to, I guess Twitch, but we're on Pilled and Kicked. And Kick. And Pilled's working tonight too with the Rumble Studio, so I guess their problems are all straightened out. So I'm glad to see that. We got that all figured out. All right, Shadow Ward 99, another one of our fine channel subscribers over there on Rumble. Says, hot damn, Sunker, you look neon white with that picture. I know, dude, right?
I'm very, very, very pale. I'm super fucking pale.
And if for some reason you guys didn't see the thumbnail because you jumped in right when the show started, this is what he's talking about. Is this one right here? Yeah. Especially with that starry background that's back there. Yeah, dude, she glows like a glow stick in that one. You can see her from space. Oh yeah, you can see her from space in that one.
I'm like one of those fish.
One I've ever seen. Let's pick her up. I can see her from Gallifrey.
We can use her as a reflective fish.
Yeah, she's the beacon that led me to Earth. It wasn't white. It wasn't the white point diamond that the Time Lords used, right? No, it was actually
me. I was just like, hey.
Yeah. Cybermen would be saying ASL, right? Right, John Washburn. Oh, that's the good old days. Age, sex, location, honey. You got a boyfriend? Hangover. That's rookie. Yeah, one hangover. That's rookie numbers. That just means she doesn't get him, Shadow Warden. That's all. No, Jesse, I don't have any African enemy. The furthest south I'm related is the Spanish. Oh, there you go. That's what I'm saying. I think some of those companies just throw that stuff in there.
Probably.
Some of the companies do. I think some of those companies do. Oh, let's see who else we got. Melissa Smith over on the YouTube side. Good to see you. Oh, crap. All right, Melissa Smith, good to see you. James Cash.
Hey, James.
One of our fine channel subscribers. Or the Rumble says, Bill in general is certainly a choice that happens, right?
She exists.
Yeah, she was there, and things happened around her. That's okay. There's other people in this season that steal the show, so you don't have to worry about Bill too much.
I think one of my favorite things is this season has that's the thing about hope speech that Capaldi has. It's just like,
oh yeah, that's one of his, that's some of his, that's the last episode of the main season. And yeah, it's so those whole episodes, I think it's like actually like a 2-parter, or maybe it's just really long 1-parter. But yeah, no, that whole thing is like, it's so good. It's so
just so I can like jack off Capaldi a little bit more. Is
I'm sure he wouldn't complain.
Well, shut up. What I do really like about his Doctor, he's always showing himself as usually mean or mad or critical and angry, all that stuff. But when he's allowed to have these little moments, he has such great show of compassion. For other, he can show a great amount of compassion towards other people. I think one of the ones I go to is when he's saying goodbye to Clara when Clara's going to die. Even though I hated that episode, he does have a great deal of compassion for her. The actor is able to go over and convey that, which he's fucking phenomenal Doctor and just giving shite.
Absolutely. Sammy says, I'm confused. Without further, we talk about Bills on the thumbnail. Bills, if you saw the chick hanging out of the TARDIS. That one. Good to see you, though. Good to see you. Love seeing new faces in the chat, Sammy. Love it. Kaio Saber, another one of our fine channel subscribers over there on, Rumble as well. Gosh darn, I'm 17 minutes late. Did I miss anything? No. Anything big? Well, I mean, they showed up on screen. So, I mean, there's always that. James Cash says, I can't remember one notable moment from her. That's kind of what the only one I remember is like Well, it's like one of her last scenes with another character.
Oh.
Is really the only thing that sticks out for me on her at all. And it's still probably more from the other character than it is from her. Spartacus, another one of our five. I think, yes, yeah, another one of our five. Everybody's got memberships practically over on the Rumble side. Spartacus, another one of our fine channel subscribers over on Rumble, says, I never really cared for Dr. Mysterio. The Dr. Mysterio stuff was okay. It reminded me a little bit of a 90s superhero that I remember that I can't remember the name of right now, that he played a saxophone and had a prowler. Remember the Prowlers? You guys remember the Prowlers? They had no trunk, so they came with a trailer. Yeah, they were really, it literally looked like an old school hot rod is what it was. Yeah, look them up. But no, I understand that. I think my favorite part of those episodes is the stuff with Narwhal, whatever his name is. Those parts are really good with him. But other than that, yeah, I feel you on that one. But good to see you, Spartacus. Another one of our fans.
He's been sending me a lot of fun Doctor Who shite. Some things from old Who, as well as some stuff, some of the radio play stuff. One of the better ones was when Peter Capaldi's Doctor meets Eccleston's Doctor. And there's a whole
cool.
I believe he sent it to you as well. And there's this whole little adventure of those two meeting each other. And it takes place right after Eccleston first leaves Rose in the first episode, where he's like, "Okay, bye," and he fucks off into the TARDIS. We all think he only went over and bounced through the little part of time to show like it can also travel through time and space. They put in a little adventure in between that. Between those two doctors, and it's actually very, very good. I was very surprised.
Nice, that's awesome. I love that. We'll have to check that out at some point.
Dark eyebrows. Yes.
Darth Dave Sanity. What's up, Darth Dave? Good to see you.
It's over.
Another one of our fine channel subscribers. I wish I could stop coughing. Maybe I'll actually get good at Dune now. Shadow Ward 99. I was doing pretty good after my 10 hours of playthrough last, and I literally played the game for like 10 hours yesterday. It was ridiculous. Started at like 5, didn't get off there until like 3. Oh shit, wrong button.
You idiot.
Well, it's in kind of the same directions. Oh god. Oh man. Oh, that would be great.
Every time Nerd coughs, another woman moans.
Oh man, Melissa Smith is so getting rid of the tunnels at McDonald's did not end hand, foot, and mouth after all. Silly government. Oh yeah, the play areas. Yeah, no, we've still got ours. Like I know that's why that was one of the reasons why they tried getting some of them pulled out. And they might have done it in some places, but no, down here we've still got a lot of our places still have them. A lot of our McDonald's still have them anyway.
Well, those places those are just filthy, filthy places. I remember my mom going and saying like, "You're gonna go take a shower when we get home." I'm like, I mean, fun at the ball pit.
Yeah, the ball pit is the worst part, but the rest of it's not any worse than any other public park with slides and everything else. Like, yeah, the ball pit was always the cesspools and stuff. But yeah, there you go. Hour left on my trip back to hell. We'll be lurking in the background. All right, James. We'll hope we can keep you entertained, buddy. Appreciate you, man. There you go. Sammy says, I see what's going on here. No thanks. Well, okay then, Sammy. Appreciate you. Still in mourning for Pops. Grandpappy Pops will live on in our hearts. There you go, Darth Dave. There you go. Sorry about that, brother. Amen. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Unless that's referencing something else.
I don't know if that's referencing a character that we went over and might have killed in our tabletop, or he actually did have a death in the family. So I can't comment yes
I know.
or no.
I know. I don't blame you, John. I'm only watching for Sunker now. It's okay.
Well, this is what is called a honey trap. Hi.
Peter Venkman fan site says, hey, all. Hey, fan site. Good to see you. Good to see you. Red Spitfire says, hey, Common and Company. Good to see you, Red Spitfire. Glad you made it in. Everybody smash that like button if you haven't already, please. It really does help out with the algorithm.
Yes.
Yeah, they get topped by Current Who and Cringe. Oh, by a long shot, fan site. Oh, by a long. That's what I'm saying. Nothing we see in this season will compare to the garbage we've been subjected to over the last few years. So maybe we won't think it's as bad this time around. Oh, all this hype for a big roller coaster crash to start.
Pretty much.
Oh, the Filch episode was the one you were talking about, this eccentric. Oh, okay. Well, you're in for a ride. You're in for a ride on that last one then. My stupid launcher keeps crashing. I have no idea what's wrong. Fan site.
We'll fix it.
Right. Your average Patriot nerd says, hail, chat, common nerds, Hunker Maiden, Blue Steel. This eccentric, Darth Dave, Shadow War 99, James Cash, and Kyo Saber. Good to see you, your average Patriot nerd. Glad you made it in, buddy. Ah, crap! I keep forgetting I got to buy a new mouse. Oh, and we've got an electric bill due again too. Oh, I forgot to order a new. I forgot to after the. We got a little bit of direct donations Thursday night, but I need a new mouse. I'm just gonna assume it was my son was probably out here and probably got mad at something on a game or something. I don't know. All of a sudden, my little roller on my mouse doesn't work anymore, and it's really
that
annoying.
is kind of frustrating when that breaks.
It is. It's really annoying. Sent Jesse a fan trailer for the fan novel that's 4 minutes long. All right, Spartacus. Well, maybe we'll check that out later. Doctor Who, The Exhausted Supplies. Oh, it was a fan-made story, says Spartacus. Okay. Claudia has an eye socket cake. Bottle openers. There you go. That's right. Cough. Yes, it's Kyo Saber. Oh, attack eyebrows. Yes, indeed.
Oh
yeah, and yeah.
Boy.
Well, okay, so I was up too late with that. And then Donna was up at like 7:00 this morning. Plus she was up tossing and turning all night last night because she's not feeling good. So she tosses and turns a fair amount anyway, but obviously if she's sick, it's 10 times worse.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I was up really late and really early, all at the exact same time. So it's always a good combination. We'll be all right though. Yeah, the prospect of Bill made me quit the show. Says your average Richard nerd. Oh, I didn't even give her a chance. I at least gave her a chance. But yeah, it's okay. I don't blame you.
Dude, you gave Jody a chance. You're not a good judge of character.
No, it's not. That is, I was willing to give it a shot. I wasn't just going to go, it's a female doctor. This is going to suck no matter what. I was willing to give it a shot. F's for pops. There you go, Darth Dave. There you go. This is eccentric. F's for pops. There you go. Absolutely. All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get into it. We're going to give you a little bit of this first episode, season 10, episode 1, the pilot. Hopefully Grant can make it at some point, but if not, that's okay. We're going to be here. Anyway. I was really waiting for the Torchwood intro on that one.
I was gonna just smack you. I'm like, sorry, gotta go. Slam.
Dad, Torchwood. Nardole. Why is the stupid stuff going away?
Oh God, you got the peace earrings. A lot of people don't like, but right. At the same time, you also the volume needs to be fixed up just a little bit. It's a bit loud. It
needs to be turned up. It's loud. Down. It's too loud.
Yeah.
Oh, it's too loud. Oh wow, that's a first.
Yeah.
All
right. Well, it really sucks because we just imagine you just getting off of the Husbands of River song, and you saw that pretty much stellar, extremely stellar, beautiful episode.
Basically a perfect episode.
It was a perfect episode. It's just like, and you see character development, and you see the Doctor being the Doctor, and you saw the River being River. It's like, But moving on from that, and also they're reusing that actor, so now you're thinking even more about the Husbands of River song, and you're hoping to see the husband. You're hoping to see River. I don't think we get to see River.
Fuck! Wait a minute. Is the Dr. Mysterio episode after the River Song episode, but before this one?
What?
I couldn't remember where that one fell into. We might watch that one next week. I didn't realize there was 2 Christmas specials.
Oh.
Because the Husbands of River Song is a Christmas special, and Dr. Mysterio Or was like there a year between season 9 and season 10 or something, and that's why we got 2 Christmas specials?
Did they do two at the
Yeah.
same time?
Well, maybe we'll watch that one after this then.
Okay.
Because the only thing is timeline is it's just that the Doctor's depressed because he's lost River, and he's going to be like that for a while.
What do you mean he lost River?
Well, because their last night together is over. They got their 22 years on the planet, and that's their last night. That was their last night together. Remember? You not remember that episode ends?
I thought they were still exploring shit and stuff like that, where she would actually get to be
there's-
like a companion on the TARDIS.
No, wow. I mean, I'm sure they probably did plenty of adventures off screen during that 22-year long night. But no, you never see her again.
Fuck!
Yep. Nope.
That's not fair!
It's River Song, then Doctor Mysterio, then Pilot. That's stupid. Well, maybe we'll watch Doctor Mysterio after this one. Starting with the depressed Doctor. Great. Well, I mean, this isn't the first, but this has always happened after he's lost a major companion, though. Like, this isn't something new, right? We saw this with Tennant when he lost Rose, right? And we had almost a season of essentially depressed Doctor.
I lost my girlfriend. Me and my girlfriend broke up, and he's trying to replace her with Martha. And that was like, I do really, really like when we watch those episodes. We're like, oh, you piece of shit, you piece of shit. You're not giving Martha a fair shake. You're not seeing what's there.
Yeah, and so it's one of them situations where it's like, that was the problem with that. And so it's like this is the pattern of New Who. I don't know. We're gonna watch Classic Who when we get done with this season, but it's one of them situations where I don't know if that was a pattern back then, but it's always been a pattern of New Who is when he loses a major companion, he goes through a phase. He goes through a phase for a while.
Like, the Doctor cares about his companions so much. He even was sad when Adric died. The fucking Wesley Crusher of Doctor Who. He was sad when he died, so it does make sense that he goes into a depression. Matt Smith did that when he lost the Pawns, if you recall.
Yep.
So,
he put himself in a cloud.
Mm-hmm. And he put himself into a cloud, and then he became a monk. Like, he got depressed twice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's supposedly he was supposed to be looking for her, but yeah, you're right. Yeah, he became a monk, and so yeah, he was like super depressed twice on that one. So like I said, this isn't unusual at all. What's up, Captain Have Fun? Good to see you, buddy. Both Captain Have Fun. But yeah. Oh wow. Okay, so yeah, Husbands of River Song came out in 2015, and The Return of Dr. Mysterio came out in December 2016. Then Pilot was in April of 2017. Oh, okay. That's what it was. So we had 2 years between those seasons. That's why we had the Dr. Mysterio thing.
Oh dear. Okay. So that's
no wonder things got so bad.
That's
essentially 2 seasons of Capaldi we didn't get.
Yeah. And do you think they were going to do an entire season with River? Because that would have worked with after the Christmas special.
Maybe. It would have been fun. I mean, the fans would have loved it.
It would have been great.
It would have been if the writing would have been right. I worry that using her that much might taint the character. That's the only thing. That would be my only worry. Because she's such an outrageous character in the way she is a lot of the time. And in just the whole her existence to begin with. So maybe. If written properly, it could have been good.
Yes. It could have also been terrible if it was written improperly and just like, let's have them go over and argue about socks. Like, no! Stop it!
Right. And that's what I would have been worried about, stuff like that. And that's my only issue with that one is because it's like, and that's all, that was also the rule. Remember, can't have 2 psychopaths inside of a TARDIS. It's not good.
That's a new rule,
long.
You liar. You wanted to go over and have the master run off with him, so shut up.
That's true. I know. That's true. But yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I'm kind of with James on that. And yeah, they would have fucked up. They would have fucked up. I'm going for that long. But it's one of the. It's just like no, it would have been great. But yeah, I don't know what was going on during that era that they didn't get any Doctor Who other than maybe like the BBC. Everyone collectively lost their minds when Trump got elected and had such a meltdown that they literally couldn't even make television. I don't know. I'm just making shit up.
Like we need to have a concentrated effort.
Right, exactly.
And also, Captain, have fun. Can it be both?
Where would be the fun in that? You want everyone else to be able to enjoy it. It's like, yeah, I could put headphones in, but I got speakers right here when I'm doing things. I'm on my computer. Why? I'm in my garage. I don't care if other people hear what's on my screen. I want people to hear my guitar playing. I want everyone to know. It's my way of dealing with my depression and my sadness and my sadness.
It's how I go over and I try to make other people uncomfortable as possible.
Oh, Alex Kensington River song. Yeah, because her picture's on the desk. She's beautiful. Totally awesome. It feels like they're trying to make her a British hippie from the 60s. You remember some of the throwbacks that you saw, some of those?
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Like, yeah. So that's just kind of where that's kind of what it reminds me of.
I already don't like her because I don't like it when a character exists to fluff up something. That's why I didn't like when me first met Clara. It just seemed like a thing to fluff up Clara. Now it seems like this girl's fluffing up the Doctor, and I just it feels out of place.
Oh, I guess. I mean, I guess everybody's always been like even if they didn't want to admit it, like good companions would never swoon over the Doctor.
Yeah,
but it's not like unusual to see people swoon over the Doctor. That's not.
I know. It's just, but she's gonna be a companion, so I'm just like, I don't trust that because honestly, when writers do that, it's because they want to endear themselves to the audience. See, audience, you should like her. She likes the Doctor. But this might be me reading into things and
it's a very good possibility. You could be. I wonder who the picture is above the fireplace. I have no idea.
Is it?
Come to my lectures when you're not
The original?
student.
Okay, so my first day here in the canteen, I was on chips. There was this girl.
I've seen you.
Love your
No,
lectures.
it's definitely not that. It just looks like
totally
some old.
awesome.
Why'd you come to my lectures when you're not a student?
Yeah, look, he's got like old school like headmaster robes and stuff like that. So who knows? How long? Yeah. I'm really nervous and I'm really uncomfortable because the guy that I'm not supposed to be swooning on because I'm actually into girls is talking to me all of a sudden and I don't know how to handle myself. So I'm turning into a nervous train wreck and just saying things for the sake of saying them. Yeah, that's normally how things like that go.
Did you know that I'm a lesbian?
Well, it's not like, okay, first off, like, I don't think it's that overt. I know I already saw comments in the chat about that. And I'm like, I didn't even think about that at the time. Like, I know, like, I've grown up in the world. I've known lesbians. Oh, wow. There's a girl at a college that's into girls. Wow. Never heard of that before. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay. And she's telling us, I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Well, it also, it's stupid because she's like, I made this girl I like fat because I gave her extra fries. And like, yeah. I think it's not the fries you're giving her, hun. I don't think her soul food intake was coming from you.
Yeah, there was probably a few extra things. Spitfire's like, I'd memory hold Bill. That's like Sucker said. She's like, you didn't even put her in the intro. I'm like, I didn't remember her. Like that, like enough to put her in the fucking intro. Like, I didn't have any good memories of her that I was trying to put in there. Does she, Smarter Christmas? Like I said, I don't remember her all that well, so maybe she does. Well,
that's what I remember. I remember that because I think in one of his things, he brought it up, just like, this bitch can't stop saying she's a lesbian. Every freaking conversation, she needs to just wedge it in there.
That's funny. Yeah, I don't remember. And that was I didn't start watching. I didn't find Gary and all of those guys until after Dr. Karen. So yeah, I wasn't watching any of them during this.
I think, God, I found Az first, and then he got me into Friday Night Tights back when it was first starting. I think it
Maybe.
was Last of Us, and I was just like, what the fuck? And I actually think when I found Az, it was like I typed in Last of Us 2 sucks. And then I finally got onto Az.
That's awesome. That works. Oh, works. That works. That's how you get pianos into 40-story buildings. They're like, I have lifted some stuff working down at the port, right? We have lifted some massive things. I mean, I was literally there when we lifted an oil rig platform onto a ship to send it out into the middle of the water so they could install it, right? Like I've seen some seriously big shit lifted. But fuck almighty is me as all hell. Would that make me nervous as shit to have to crane something 40 floors in the fucking air and then try to stick it through a window? Fuck. No way. Fuck off.
And you have like old construction and mover boys like, yeah, we'll get that done by Sunday. Yeah, we'll get it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And it's just like, no, that kind of stuff. No. Captain Have Fun, lug, lesbian until graduation. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so many.
She's giving me those vibes of just like, no, I'm totally a lesbian.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, she's actually like literally like practically wetting herself while talking to the doctor. Yeah, Totally makes sense. Totally makes sense. There you go.
It's heavier than it looks. Why do you keep coming to my
actually,
lectures?
here's that
Because I like them.
annoyance. If you give us a pause, you can look over and you can see her. She actually, Bill, is actually pretty attractive. If you go over and look at her.
Yeah, I think she's really pretty.
So they actually uglified her, I think, quite a bit. They made her look at her eyebrows and look at her eyebrows in her headshot. They made her eyebrows weird, I think.
No, they're the same in the head.
Or it's just an unfortunate pause. But
that's just probably an unfortunate pause. But it's not a great look on her face right now.
It's like you paused one and was just like,
it's like, let me show you how big my lips are.
But yeah, they made her look very unattractive, oddly enough.
Yeah. And that's even having her literally in like a skin tight outfit. Yeah. Like those jeans are skin tight, like that top skin tight. You know what I mean? Like so yeah.
Do you think it's just
it's amazing what they can do. I think it could be just I think it's them trying to give her the hippie vibe and it's not really working. Yeah. You know what I mean? They're trying to pull off like the whole Age of Aquarius, big afro hair kind of thing from back in the day. And I don't know. I don't know if it works or not. I just don't know if it works.
No. I wish she had those side braids. I wish that was a part of her repertoire is those side braids because that looks really cool.
Yeah, that would look better than that.
They're amazing.
Better than the fucking bow.
Why me?
Why you what?
Well, plenty of people come to your lectures that aren't supposed to. Why pick on me?
Well, I noticed.
Oh, I also hate her fucking posture.
Oh, the way she's leaning.
They're amazing. Me.
Well, I noticed.
Because she's leaning forward like that, all kind of like she's got scoliosis.
Yeah, she looks like she has scoliosis. It's like I know she's trying to appear as awkward, but it's all a little bit too much.
Yeah, you can definitely tell the direction from the director in this scene was you need to be awkward and uncomfortable, like you're in your your favorite person in the world that just pulled you into his office and you have no idea why and you're terrified you're in trouble for some reason.
Well,
even though you've done nothing to be in trouble.
You can do that, but there's ways of being awkward without making the audience feel awkward, if that makes sense. Just from how she's doing it, everything just feels very awkward, but not in a good way.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I know. It feels like I'm fucking splitting hairs. Like, look at how she's slouching. How dare you slouch this way?
Color me shocked there. Sunker's being overcritical again.
Now this
50 years. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's a good shot. Yeah, that's a lot better. Yeah. I love it. Well, it's funny. You said you complaining about her about her posture reminds me of there was I cannot remember the name. I think it was called Queen. But it was kind of like a biodrama, except a little more accurate than most of the Netflix stuff nowadays, about the Queen and the Prime Minister around the same right as he got elected, but it was also right after Prince Di's death, or it was right before
Diana.
Prince Di's death. Yeah, Prince Diana's death and all of that kind of stuff. Princess Di's death. And so like it's like behind the scenes and like what's going on in the family, and it's all actors and stuff like that, but it was really well done. But it's really funny because the Prime Minister's wife has a really awkward curtsy, right? Because when you meet the Queen, you're supposed to bow, right? And women curtsy and men bow. And so it was funny because somebody tells the Queen she's got a really weird curtsy, and the Queen goes, "I don't judge a woman by her curtsy." And then she shows up to meet her for the first time, and then she does this curtsy. It's really weird. It's really awkward looking. And like she hates the fact that she's doing it. She's just doing it because she has to. And the Queen just kind of like purses her lips. It's a great scene. But it's like, that's exactly what you're thinking. Look at her posture. I don't judge a person by their posture. Oh, maybe we should judge someone by their posture after all.
That's such a good Britishism.
Crown. I think that's what it might have been. I think it might have been the Crown.
I
can't remember now.
That's such a good Britishism. It's not that the curtsy's awkward. It's that the person doesn't want to do it. And that's the problem. It's not that it's bad. It's that you don't want to do it and you're just making a show for it, which makes it 10 times worse.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, it might have been the Crown. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've watched it. I thought it was the Queen, but I could be wrong. Now it's been a while. Rude. How can you possibly be that old?
That's why I didn't like it when she's fluffing. She's like, "I'm gonna fluff you, and now I'm going to demolish you. I'm gonna start bitching about all your stupid shit."
That's not what you're jumping the gun here. She hasn't even got anything. She hasn't complained about one thing yet. Jesus, you're taking everybody else's attitude about this character and using it as an excuse to
I see patterns, bitch.
No reason. So
I see patterns. If I'm correct,
she will give you plenty of reasons to do that later. You are prejudging based on what everybody else has told you. You are
look. If they're right, is that really too bad to prejudge?
Yes.
What I do like about that is it just reminds me of the Tenet physics. And everyone has this fan theory that he wasn't actually saying physics. He was actually saying the complex things of the Time Lords.
He was explaining how the Time Lords understand physics, and because we don't have words for it, it just comes out as physics. Yeah.
So I wonder.
Yep, I love that one.
That this actually reminds me of that. Like, you were going to talk about physics, but then you went into poetry. Just like they rhyme. It's just like, I wonder if that's just a happy coincidence. Again, it's just like, well, due to Time Lord tech, maybe there is some similarities between the two.
Right. All right, we're gonna go ahead and shut down YouTube because they're already yelling at us in the back end out there, so it never takes long. So yeah, it's okay. I'll cut it out later.
Copyright infringing.
That's right. She's an odd character, and she's purposely been created to be awkward and being strange. Well, there you go. There you go for that one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls over on YouTube, go ahead, Sunker. Give your last thought. And then tell everybody.
I made an asshole. That's what the job was. Just like, it's not fun to be around an asshole all the time, Billy.
The red walls are creepier than her afro, says Melissa Smith. I love that. I love that. Oh, is this Britishism? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Appreciate all you folks over there on YouTube. Sunker, tell everybody bye.
Bye.
There we go. All right. We're back at it, boys and girls. Appreciate you. Come join us on Rumble. All right. There we go. Back to serving chips.